Hey guys, it is Scott the Steamroller Steen with Steamroller Picks and HitThePick.com. It is Saturday, the 22nd of March. It is round two, baby, and we're going to talk about it here in just a minute. We got one NCAA tournament play and one NIT play. So we'll get to those in just a second, but let's take a look and see how we did yesterday. Well, guys, no more freebies. That's the days of laying 31 and a half and covering, unfortunately, are over. We had Duke minus the 31 and a half, and that got home as we suspected that it would. Cooper Flag definitely did look 100%. So in the other game, Akron, not so much. As the Zips had two pretty major problems. Number one, we talked about the fact they needed to hit their 3-pointers. They did not. They made just 31%. They needed to be 40 or better to be in this one at all. And perhaps most importantly, they had a slight rebound disadvantage as Arizona out rebounded them 51-22. Yep, that's going to cause some problems. All right. So Zips, had some fun with you this year, but we'll see you next November. As far as the premiums go, I had our best bet North Carolina minus 1.5. Hey, it was nice of the North Carolina of January to show up as that team looked like dog shit. Pretty much they played like a one good 8-minute stretch there in the second half. They got it within two, and then Ole Miss put their foot back on the gas, and that was over. So that was not good. With Illinois minus 3.5, that one was really never in doubt. They had a nice job over Xavier. We started the day with a double loser as we had Alabama first half minus 12.5 and full game minus 22.5. And I know those numbers actually got a little bit better, but it didn't matter as I looked like a genius for about the first 8 minutes of the game. At the second timeout, Alabama was up by 10. Like, okay, here we go. The speed, the shooting, it's overwhelming them. They got no shot. And then Robert Morris played them even for the rest of the game as Alabama ends up winning by 10. So, yikes. So we had Vanderbilt St. Mary's under 135. That was a clank fest. We had Michigan State minus 17.5. And I sweat that one a little bit there in the second half until the Spartans found their second win. And took care of business there against the Bryant Bulldogs. So 3-3 on the premium side, 1-1 on the free side. So let's see if we can turn that around into profit on both sides, shall we? Let's start with the NIT game. That's going to be the Bradley Braves versus the George Mason Patriots. Thank you for your service, George Mason. George Mason, actually pretty big deal around the Revolutionary War time. Sorry, I'm listening to a history podcast and geeking out a little bit. Anyway, the Braves are the only team in the country that shoots 40% from downtown. I know we've talked about that before, but here's the deal. It hasn't been the case lately as they've gone 6 straight games without shooting not only 40%, but they haven't made a third of their 3-point shots in the last half dozen games. That's right. They haven't shot 33.3% or better in that stretch. And that is likely not going to improve against this Patriots team that's 22nd in the country in 3-point defense and has covered 4 straight. Hey, here's a pop quiz, hot shot. You know what Bradley is when the threes aren't hitting? Headed home. Start the bus, Gus. Bradley's getting on. Give me George Mason minus 5.5. And our NCAA tournament play, it's going to be a little Big East versus SEC action as Creighton takes on the Auburn Tigers. Auburn 9.5-point favorites. We're going the other way. We're going to ride the Blue Jays once again. This is a Creighton team. Been shooting the ball very well lately. They've shot 52% or better from the field in 5 of their last 8. And their last game, in the first round, they dismantled a pretty damn good Louisville team by 14. And they shot 57% from the field along the way. They work the ball well. They take high-quality shots. Auburn, very good team. That's why they're the 1 seed. But they dropped 3 of their last 5, and they have failed to cover the number in all 5. They even played with their food in their first-round game against Alabama State. With 2 minutes left in the first half, they were up 32-31. Now, they did put their foot on the gas and was able to pull away in the second half, but they didn't get They did not cover that game at all. So, can Creighton shock the world? Maybe, maybe, but I definitely think they can beat the 9.5. The nice part about 9.5, that number should be out of the splash zone for that last minute heartbreaker. I we have seen them fouling down 9 with 30 seconds left, but I don't think Creighton's that kind of team. I think they're too smart. They're too disciplined. Their coach is too good. They know when it's over. So if we're sitting there at 6 or 7 with 45 seconds left, I think we're probably going to be good. So give me Creighton plus 9.5 against the Auburn Tigers. And we'll start the day with George Mason minus the 5.5 against the Bradley Braves. At the end of those two, you guys can join me as we pick apart winning tickets and head back to the window. All right, guys, as always, thanks very much for watching. I do appreciate the effort from each and every one of you, and I always appreciate the effort when you like and subscribe to the channel. So do that if you would, please. Drop your plays in the comment section. Let me know what you're doing. If you're tailing, if you're fading, whatever it is, let me know. All right. And win, lose, or draw with this pair of games, we'll be back tomorrow to talk all about it. Take care. We'll see you then.